Hello everybody and welcome back. I'm the R6 lore guy and the new comic book for Operation Collision Point is here. This takes place immediately after the cinematic where we see a recruit who actually was a Kira's Legion soldier attempt to kill Blackbeard and Thorn, and Hereford base is fully under attack. Now let's get into this comic. So it seems like Thorn and Blackbeard have separated and Blackbeard is currently on his own. It's here where we can see what threat they are up against, as we can see some strikers who are wearing Kira's Legion masks, seemingly ones who were just undercover. He notices two people who are currently being pinned down by these soldiers and takes them out. Thanks for the assist, Blackbeard, sir, says an emerging striker and an unknown man. Drop the title, recruit. Report, says Blackbeard. Striker Z09, New Zealand. This is Caron, GSAC, dedicated officer. I was escorting him when we got pinned down. Please, I need to make it out of here. I have a daughter to get home to, says the GSAC member. And remember, GSAC is the Global Security Alliance Council, the people which oversee Rainbow. Damn it, as if we don't have enough on our hands, says Blackbeard. Alright, I'll carve a path. Caron, you stay close to New Zealand here, and you'll be fine. Blackbeard pulls up his full shield and says, eyes front, I hear something. That is when two Kira's Legion soldiers pass, and Blackbeard as well as this New Zealand recruit take them out. They continue pushing forward, and that is when they come across Sens, who is currently being pinned by Kira's soldiers. Too much heat. We'll have to eliminate up 4 before we can move, says Blackbeard. Hostiles are entrenched. We won't make a dent from here, says the striker. What do you suggest? Replies Blackbeard. A flanking maneuver. Can you draw fire with your shield? Does a bear shit in the woods? We'll do it your way. Caron, stay down. The striker makes her way to the left side to flank them, whilst Blackbeard, with his full shield up, makes his way over to Sens. Sens, open fire, he says. Sens acknowledges this and starts to return fire, whilst Blackbeard provides cover. The striker then flanks these enemies and takes them out. Let's go. These won't be the last of them, says Blackbeard. I have orders to prep Deimos for air evac. Who's this? Says Sens. GSAC, we're escorting him out of the hot zone. I can get him out, says the striker. No, I'll escort him. You go with Sens and watch their back. Understood. Be careful out there. The striker then leaves with Sens as Blackbeard continues on with this GSAC member. They continue to run through Hereford base, which is starting to look in ruins at this point, and Blackbeard says, eyes right here, Caron. Do you want to see your daughter again? Yes, of course, he replies. Then I need you to take a deep breath and listen to me. I know you're scared. That's normal. Just keep your head down, do everything I say, and I'll get you out. Hereford base at this point is littered with the bodies of recruits and is starting to look in ruins even more. Blackbeard and Caron make their way into the building on the edge of the base, it seems, and Blackbeard says, we're almost there. Past this building, and then is cut off by two Kira soldiers, which startle Caron and cause him to run away. No, stay, Caron! Shit, shouts Blackbeard. Blackbeard kills a Kira soldier whilst the other one chases Caron. He runs through the wall with his shield, killing the second. But it was too late. Sorry, I panicked, says Caron, bleeding out from a gunshot wound. It's not over yet. Keep pressure on that wound. Stay with me, Caron, says Blackbeard. Did I tell you I'm a dad too? I know what it's like. The worry. Your girl. What's she like? She just started karate class, says Caron. She's horrible at it, but loves it. Tell you what, replies Blackbeard. You stay alive, I'll teach her myself. I think it's too late for that, replies a pained Caron. Blackbeard eliminates more soldiers and they make their way out of the building. Don't give up on me, we just got out of the hot zone, says Blackbeard. It's over, Blackbeard. Put me down. Blackbeard then lays a dying Caron down on some rubble. You're a good man, Caron says. If it were up to me, Rainbow... What is it, Caron? Shouts Blackbeard. GSAC's going to vote on shutting down Rainbow. My report, they were waiting for me. And as Caron takes his final breath, Blackbeard realizes that the end of Rainbow may truly be near. Fuck, he says. We then see Hereford base in a massive explosion with a helicopter leaving it as well, potentially including Sens and Deimos, but we don't know yet, with a message coming from Sam Fisher saying, this is Zero. Hereford base is destroyed. All surviving personnel regroup on my position. And just like the comic says, this will be continued in-game. And so everyone, that is the comic book for Operation Collision Point, showing us so many things. To begin with, it shows us how many Kira soldiers have truly infiltrated this base and the ranks of the recruits. But it also shows us that not all the recruits were bad. We had a striker from New Zealand, striker Z09, who assisted Blackbeard and Sens in their mission. Hopefully we get to see from the striker again. And this really helped build more of the recruits about how they're all different people and give a bit of personality to one we've never seen before. Now, of course, the biggest thing to come from this isn't the destruction of Hereford itself. It is actually the fact that this GSAC member died, and how big the implications of this are going to be. We already knew from the Battle Pass lore that the GSAC were reviewing Rainbow as an organization. Remember, this costs money for them to run, and if they are not performing to their standard and what they have been set out to do, then simply why continue funding them and having the organization? I mean, they've already been heavily criticized by the politicians for allowing Deimos to go on for as long as it has, and the issues in which they have pretty much brought upon the world because of their existence to begin with. And now we learn that they were going to vote on if they should shut down Rainbow. And the person they are waiting for to conclude this vote with has just been killed, which will easily fuel the flame to shut down Rainbow, or give others a reason to keep them. But I can't imagine one of their colleagues now being killed whilst investigating if they should even shut down Rainbow is really going to instill a lot of hope in them. I fear this may be a unanimous agreement to shut down Rainbow very soon. It was cool for Blackbeard to get his time in the spotlight. Of course, this is Operation Collision Point, so it would make sense to focus on Blackbeard, but it is really cool to see him, especially with him being a operator who has been in the lore for a very long time now. And it was also really cool to see Sens as well, but by far, I think the coolest for me was seeing a striker in action. This is a striker whose colleagues have just turned on them, so that must be quite an interesting experience. I thought it was quite interesting when they said that they'll take the security member away, and Blackbeard said, no, I'll do it. I don't know if that's just because Blackbeard had more trust in himself, or he was just worried that this striker, although they just held Blackbeard and this member, might still actually be part of the Kira's Legion and evil as well. Because now the entire trust of not only the recruits, but I assume other operators as well, is up in the air. You've now had a Global Security Alliance Council member killed on an assault on their base, which they have been compromised from the inside of their ranks. I mean, very truly, why would any of them vote to keep Rainbow active after this? This by all means is the nail in the coffin for Rainbow. Hereford base, the base in which the original Rainbow roster trained on and operated from, has been destroyed clearly. The entire integrity of the recruiting system and their soldiers have been fully compromised by the Kira's Legion. A GSAC member has been killed on this assault, as will most likely other countless Rainbow soldiers. And throughout this entire Deimos period, Rainbow has actually not really had anything gained from it other than new operatives, which is just more money that Rainbow needs to pay. By all means, at this point, Rainbow is just a complete failure, and I would not be surprised if they get shut down. Now, I do think it's really cool how this assault on Hereford has been told in many different ways, and I'm really interested to see the next part in the storytelling, which we're going to be getting on February 6th, which is just 2 days away from this video's upload. So yeah, absolute huge amount of lore in this comic book. And of course, this will all set up what comes next and in the year 10 cinematic as well. Will Rainbow truly get shut down? Is this where Nighthaven comes to the forefront? There's so much that can happen. Be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about this comic book. I'll have to make an updated lore video very soon. But yeah, absolutely incredible comic. Have an incredible rest of your day. I love you all. Stay safe. Peace.